From in downtown Memphis, tonight it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards begin the game with the basketball. And scores.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Ball with the basketball. Down just a couple. Anthony Davis sizing up Jeremy Grant. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Mitchell Robinson able to recover with the block. And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis, and a chance at three.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. Lobs it up. And scores. Strong take.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Ball with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Knocked loose. To Mikal Bridges. Second effort. Mikal Bridges. Fight to shoot for Washington. Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Memphis, they've got it. Ball. Nothing going here on that drive. Ball to Davis. Off the mark. Oh, he had him there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. To Mikal Bridges. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Porter. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Lonzo with it. Down 5. Knocked loose. Wizards have it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Gets it in the right corner. Waiters to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Washington has the rebound. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. To Davis. From the outside, no good. Flushes it home. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Shot from in close, no good. Mikal Bridges. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Lonzo Ball with the rock. To Waiters. Surveys the floor. Waiters. Mitchell Robinson with the block. Couldn't keep it in. Off Lonzo Ball. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Ball. Jared Allen swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Looking for his man. The pass set it all up.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Ball. Gets a shot up off the mark. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. McDermott against the former Hoya. Down to 5 on the 24. To Alonzo Trier. For three. Good contest. No dice for Trier. Green up against Porter.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Alonzo Trier. Short jumper off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Jarrett Allen sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Jarrett Allen. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for the Washington Wizards, number 25.
Not that time. Rises for the slam. They cannot be stopped right now.
Sometimes your opponent is not even in the game from the start. That's the way you run the floor, and you put the pressure on them right away in the first quarter.
Has a chance. Can't connect. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Deep two there. Won't go. To Mikal Bridges. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Deep three at the buzzer. This quarter's in the books. The Wizards way out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
To Davis. Anthony Davis. 4 out of 7.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's lunch pail. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Waiters. Screen coming. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Waiters. Rebound owned by Washington. And finishes strong. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Anthony Davis picked up by Seth Curry. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't get the bounce. Seth Curry. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
To Davis. Alonzo Trier. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Davis. Short jumper misses. Oh, he had it. Five seconds to shoot. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. To Davis. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Wizards grab the rebound. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. They'll get it down to Davis. Turns and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
To Waiters. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Anthony Davis, guarded by Jeremy Grant. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Washington with the basketball. Baseline drive. Anthony Davis with a piece. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For the Memphis Grizzlies, number 22 on the board. Subbing in for the Washington Wizards, number 2.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball into the front court. His guys down big. Jeremy Grant. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Nice pass to get things going.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Seth Curry tips it. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Mikal Bridges. And the rebound gathered in by Davis. Ball with the basketball. Down a bundle. To Davis. able to convert inside.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Gets it in the right corner. To Mikal Bridges. And he knocks it down, Jay.
The assist from number 25.
Ball brings the rock up court. To Davis. Probing the defense. Here's Davis with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter, he's going to knock that down with ease.
From the painted area, won't go down. Ball with it up top. Final minute, first half. Shot from the lane, won't go. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down.
Stepping in for the Grizzlies, number 11, Dion Waiters.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Seth Curry. Count the basket at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Lonzo with it. Looking to make something happen. To Davis. And strokes it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Wizards certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Washington Wizards. The Grizzlies have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Assists.
We're What you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Lonzo Ball with the rock. To Porter. Driving right to the basket. Mitchell Robinson sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. So it remains Washington basketball. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Ball to Porter. Anthony Davis lets it fly. A fundamental shot right there.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Mikal Bridges from long range. Not that time. He misses. Lonzo controls the offense. To Davis, down low. It's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Mikal Bridges. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Ball to Waiters. Davis. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. To Waiters. Short jumper off the mark. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Mikal Bridges fires the 3. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Ball to Porter. Short jumper won't go down. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Jeremy Grant snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nothing going here on that drive. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 29, Jarrett Allen. Into the game.
Ball to Davis.
Number 14.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Great dish to set it up. And the basket good at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Alonzo Trier. Ball to Davis. Jarrett Allen pins it. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Memphis.
Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. Seth Curry. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. Good look that time, but off the mark.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jeremy Grant at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career mark of 64%. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Deep left corner. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Seth Curry. Shot clock winding down. Off the assist.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Down to Grant. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Davis. Gets it in the left corner. Goes to the right side. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Down low, Green. Count it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Jared Allen rejects it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jeremy Grant trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Bell lets it fly from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Nice finish at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. The monster stuff. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Here comes the screen. Jeremy Grant sizing up Jordan Bell. And he buries it.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
I'm on D. I'm on D.
Missed it at the line. Down low Bell. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here. Oh, and a putback.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Here comes the screen. Lays it up and in. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Wizards way out in front. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Porter, defended by Green. Has a chance. Otto Porter. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Able to convert inside.
Some of you guys may know Jeff Green from his Georgetown days or from being the 5th pick in the 2007 NBA draft. But what I know of Uncle Jeff, here's a guy who went through open heart surgery and still plays the game he loves the most today. Props to you, Jeff Green.
Down low Bell. Jordan Bell with the dunk.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
To Seth Curry. Oh, had him going there for a second. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 23, Anthony Davis. Into the game for the Washington Wizards. Number 3.
Ball into the front court. His guys down big. To Porter. Doesn't get the bounce.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Scores from the post.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First free throw is good. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Mikal Bridges. Tough make through traffic.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Davis to Alonzo Trier. Slam dunk, Alonzo Trier.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Count the basket inside.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Mitchell Robinson able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with...
Oh, the spin to set up the dunk. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Davis, Mitchell Robinson with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Mikal Bridges. Spins and scores.
Oh, we doing that now? I see you. Okay.
Memphis with the rock. Ball to Davis. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Not that time, and not his shot.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Lonzo Ball at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Count the basket.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. The drive right to the basket, and he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Lonzo Ball at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, count it. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Ball. Almost, but no good. Trying to cash in, pulls up for 2.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
To Waiters. Anthony Davis lets it go. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Porter to Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Davis. That's no good. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Wizards are the winners as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Wizards won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Washington Wizards. The Grizzlies seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Assists.
The Washington Wizards were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assist.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Memphis Grizzlies. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.